Yeah, my motivation for the grind has been shot.
Well, for sure, but I'm sure you'll get it back. Once
I
this
mean,
is
I
all
hope
behind you,
so.
I'll make sure of it. I'll just be like, "Are you back on the grind?"
And then you're
Get
like,
on the
no.
grind.
You're like, no,
Back
leave
on
me
the grind
alone.
now.
Nah, you back on the grind. It's
You
over.
can't trust anybody.
I mean,
No trust.
No trust.
No trust. The only solution is murder. Wait. That's probably not a good solution, is it?
no.
Hmm.
I mean,
Let's just walk it back.
Walking
no.
it back.
No, you're right.
You've
It,
gone too far too early.
no, it's
You-
funny because like my friend and I were talking, and we're just talking about how like people these days are just like the worst. Like human beings are legitimately the worst species like ever.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, not enough people are getting eaten by sharks these days. And then we just kind of fell down this rabbit hole of like bringing back like medieval torture and stuff like that.
Well, I
You've gone
mean,
too far.
I
I think
mean,
you've missed the ship on that one.
I
yeah.
was like, you know, I might be okay with it, honestly. Just especially with how I was feeling that day, because I just felt so like exposed, and I was like, you know what, I wouldn't mind stringing somebody up and having them drawn and quartered at this point. So it's fine.
As long as you
Drop
think
them
it
in.
and don't act it out, I think you're good.
No, not actually doing. Like the law would do that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wouldn't take those matters into my own hands, but like
I don't really
giving them.
want a medieval court deciding who's innocent or guilty, to be fair.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. We'll go back to the was that the Salem witch trials where everyone was guilty.
I meant
Yes.
like people today, but doing the medieval torturing today.
Uh,
You know,
I mean
Mm-mm.
giving
No.
them like a paper cut and
that
then dropping them into a tank full of hungry sharks. Sounds great.
uh,
That's
or
more super villain than medieval,
Who's
ma'am.
that?
or give them a paper
Well,
cut and then pour some salt in there.
Or
yeah.
Uh-huh.
lime juice. Dip them in.
Well,
I thought you were gonna toss them in a tank of lemon juice.
I mean, well, but the goal is they die.
Uh,
Oh, I was just
And
trying to inflict pain, I guess.
no. We're trying to kill them. So
Oh, that's unfortunate.
hungry alligators, frenzy of piranhas, stuff like that.
I've never seen a piranha outside a video game.
Yeah, true.
I've
So
never seen a piranha in real life either, but I mean, I'm sure there are people that know where they are and know how to get them in a frenzy.
maybe they're at the zoo.
You apparently have to
Well,
starve them to get them into a frenzy.
well,
They're not like sharks.
I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do.
We gotta do what we gotta do, she says.
Like a guillotine, but not a sharp one. It's gotta be dull and blunted,
I mean, with enough
You gotta
force,
hit it with a sledgehammer.
with enough force, it won't matter if it's dull and blunted or not. Your head's coming off.
Well, I mean, I want it's gotta take a couple times before it finally
Okay, okay. I think that's more cruel than even medieval times.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like they were very pro to being as sharp as possible and just one go. You're just like, yeah, I want to bludgeon them
I mean, if there was a
slowly.
long line, the person at the end, they were still doing it. They
I
wouldn't
don't.
stop and be like, "Wait, we gotta sharpen this.
I'm
Hang
not
on."
sure if they ever had a long line. I don't know if they ever had a single file line to the guillotine.
I really feel
Right.
like they did.
I feel like they didn't.
Had to.
No.
Is this
You
like
don't know.
the
You weren't there.
is this like the James Franco where he's standing at the hanging? He's just like first time. It's like that.
Precisely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You know, hanging people. That could be another one because you didn't always die whenever you dropped.
I feel like you that was. I feel like you almost never did.
Well,
Immediately,
if
Only,
you
anyway.
if you were heavy enough or dropped far enough, you'd snap your neck.
So you're saying
I
I'm
say
good.
only if you're lucky. Well, I don't. We don't want to hang you,
it's
Travis.
It's like let me
well,
put
and
let me put
hanging
my.
as an asshole.
I'm saying let me put my weight back on real quick.
Oh, and then
No. Wait.
I don't know if it's worth it. You could just not do bad things, and then you
True. But if
wouldn't
we're
have
going
to
medieval
hang.
times, you didn't even have to do bad things. People were just like guilty.
Well,
Alright.
that's true. Like the witches.
Like the
yeah.
witches, which I think
Like
was just
the
like
witches.
was just like people like losing their mind. There was like wasn't that the one where there was like something in the water that was making people like
Ergot
hallucinate?
poisoning.
Yeah, making people hallucinate and they were going crazy, and so everybody was a witch.
Yeah, so ergot poisoning causes mental delusions, and it's from rye bread, I think.
Well, you knew they were delusional because they were like, "Oh, you can swim, witch," or "You can't swim." If you can't
Witch.
swim, you're not a witch, and if you can swim, you're a witch. So it's like either way, you're just killing them.
If you float, you're made of wood, and witches are flammable. Therefore, if you sink, you're not a witch.
What if
you're still dead, but you're not a witch.
What if I live by flailing?
Then you're still considered a witch.
I don't have an answer for you. I didn't ever get that far on.
Flailed to the corner. I'm just like, well, I didn't float. I flailed over here. I also feel like that's not foolproof, right? If somebody couldn't swim and they were like sinking, they need to have somebody there to like save them, because then you just killed a non-witch,
Yeah, well.
The whole point was just to kill women, Travis. I don't.
Listen,
I got some bad news for you.
Listen,
the intent was there.
I'm poking holes in the Salem witch trials, okay?
I mean, I would have died, so it's fine.
You would have been fine. You probably would have floated and then got out and beat the shit out of them.
I mean, I would have tried for sure, but like if they're shooting me or whatever, I don't think I have much choice.
They'd be like, "Oh, you want to go swim now?" And you're just like, "All right, I'll go swim." And you just shoot them all. Quick.
So wait, if you float, you're a witch. That's what it was.
Yeah, and if you can't float, you just die.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
you either
witches
either
are
way you die.
flammable.
You either drown and die, or you float, then you're a witch, and then they kill you for that.
And
And then
you
they
die.
burn you at
Okay.
the stake. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what if I just swam to the bottom and pretended like I was sinking? But then, I mean, obviously, I'd have to come back up.
You'd
for
have to
air
come back up.
eventually.
I don't think
some
they had
point.
snorkels back then,
But I just how long as I can hold my breath and then
Can-
just come back up.
Can
and
you
be like,
imagine?
"See?"
Can you imagine if they're just like they had snorkels and you're just down there at the bottom, just chilling, waiting for them to leave?
It'd be fine.
That'd be good. Good.
It would be good.
Good. Oh boy, I can go for a nap. Who's with me?
I am.
Bro, I have wanted one all day.
Me too.
So the funny part is I always say that and then I never take a nap.
Well, I
Not
actually take
recently, no.
naps and could really use one. So if that's what we're doing, like,
I'm always sitting there. I'm always sitting there like 2 p.m. Like, oh, I'm so tired, and then here I am at 3 a.m. still awake.
Yeah, good job.
Editing something, and then I rinse and repeat. Because I'm not actually tired. My body's just a dick.
You know,
And
that's been my issue my entire adult life.
They're just like, oh, you're tired, and I'm like, no, you're not. I'm fighting against you today.
I disagree with you right now.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be awake.
Yeah,
It's different.
But like, the only time I actually took naps is when I had that job and I was actually super tired when I got home.
Well, stress will do that too. It's 8 o'clock. Are you recording?
I've been recording for 10 minutes.
Well, then that's good news. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Awkward and Doing It Wrong podcast, episode, I think, 48.
Maybe. I didn't look. I just ended stream.
wrong.
I think the one in February was 47.
I've edited so many videos, it's going to take me a second.
It's 50.
Yeah.
I've played
So we're on
Garden
episode
48, yep.
Yep, episode 48.
Damn.
Last week I was literally coming down with the flu. The next day after the podcast, I was literally crippled for like 2 weeks.
Literally.
Damn.
Literally.
I have a feeling
wheelchair and everything.
I'm saying I have a feeling you were not literally crippled.
No.
We're gonna have to teach you. We're gonna have to learn you on the definition of literally.
No, I refuse.
And if you say
literally,
that, me and Nicole will come down there and we'll show you what crippled looks like.
Yeah.
How about we hang out and like have a barbecue instead of fatally injuring the flame wheel?
We could do both.
Okay. I mean.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, barbecue first.
You might not enjoy the barbecue.
Yeah. We can do the barbecue first.
No.
Or barbecue last, and then me and Nicole can have a barbecue, and you can just laying in the corner. You
It's
know.
fine. It'll be okay.
I don't like this. I no
We'll
longer
figure it
like
out.
this plan. This plan is flawed.
Well, this is what happens when you say
No,
things
well-
like literally crippled when that's a lie.
When you weren't literally crippled.
Yeah.
I felt like I was dying.
So you were
Okay,
now
that's-
you're literally
Now
dying.
you're literally dying. That's crazy, because, you know,
This is why we can't have nice things, you know.
We have nice things.
we don't understand the concept.
I have nice things off and on, and then those nice things are usually taken from me, and I have to regain it. You know.
You know,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You know,
that's,
same.
That's more realistic, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Me-
wow,
me
things
too,
are trending
actually.
in the right direction, and it's like, oh, okay, it's gone now. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, a small
Felt
house
that.
fire. Yeah.
Yay! Oh, I bought my first house. Where'd my house go?
Where'd my house go?
Gone.
Gone.
That's us.
Rest in peace.
Literally.
Riddlely.
Riddlinly?
Oh, man.
Riddlin.
No.
It's a good idea. I got an idea.
Take Ritalin and then cripple the flame wheel.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would be the same person. I don't really want drugs.
Mm.
The
Yeah, I
drugs
would.
are fun.
I
What do you mean?
I do miss the anti-anxiety medicine though. That was lovely.
I've never had any of that,
I haven't either.
and I've drank like 3 times in my life.
Good job.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Yeah,
but-
well, yeah. I mean, the worst I've ever been is buzzed, and I was like, I was buzzed, and I was like, you know what? I don't like this, and then I didn't
Not for me.
drink it anymore.
Huh.
Like, well, there's alcohol that you would probably like, and I'm just like, well, I didn't even like being. It's not a. I mean, I don't like the taste of beer, and I'm like, I know there's alcoholic stuff I would like the taste of, but if I didn't even like being buzzed, I highly doubt I would like being hammered.
No. If you don't like that feeling initially, no.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
like,
say can't relate.
I already feel. Yeah, I know. I mean, you're like immune, you know.
I'm not immune.
You'd be like, how many cases deep are you? Like 12?
Probably an
I'm not
alcoholic.
immune, I'm addicted. It's different.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I can quit whenever someone else tells me I have to and arrests me.
No, I could quit if I wanted to. I just don't want to. That's the problem.
Can you though?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
I feel like I could be addicted to way worse things, and you guys should be appreciative of that I'm not.
Good job.
Thanks.
Now he's gotta
Like,
quit.
I could be addicted to crystal meth, okay? And I'm not.
I don't think this
So-
podcast would exist anymore, to be fair.
I mean, it might. We just might have some. I don't do that. I might not be fully coherent for the podcast if I was addicted to crystal meth, so it's fine.
I mean, are we ever fully coherent sober?
No,
Attempts
that's
are
true.
made. Attempts are made, though.
I don't think I've ever done a podcast drunk either, so
And we appreciate that.
yeah, listen. You know what? Careful what you wish for. I might be drunk the next podcast.
Oh, dear God.
That's cool. You can't be. You think you're the first
Cool.
drunk person I've dealt with?
Be the first drunk Nicole.
Bartender Travis.
I've probably dealt with
Kinda.
worse. Like, I didn't even drink in college, and I had roommates that would throw parties all the time. I would literally, because I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I would literally come back in the middle of a party, and I would just be like, whatever. And I would just walk to my room and just go to bed. I would sleep through the party. I wouldn't even care.
I don't know.
I'd be really good. Like, I'm really good at sleeping through the party. You know?
See, I can't do that. I have FOMO.
I feel like I'm one of those people. Yeah, there's a lot of people because I always like people are like somebody makes like slight noise and their parents or whoever come down. They're like, "Shut up!" And it's just like I don't even think I would hear that. Like if I was a parent, I don't even feel like I would hear that. I feel like I would sleep through. Like let's say I had a kid and they were a streamer and they're like yelling and carrying on. I don't think anything would wake me up. Like I'm good. Yell away. Plus,
I'm awake.
plus
at
I
the
would
tiniest
understand
sound.
because I'm an understanding hypothetical parent.
You are very understanding, Travis.
Very understanding. I would definitely understand streaming. I'd be hip.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people are like,
Be
"What's
the
a
cool
computer?
dad."
What's a computer?" I wouldn't walk
What's
in.
his subscribers count, though?
I wouldn't walk in during like a multiplayer game and go, "Pause that." You can't pause
That's how
it.
that works.
I
Dad!
need you to press pause. I can't. Literally can't.
Yeah, I
There's
can't.
no
but
Literally
pause.
hasn't
not-
been a thing since 2012.
I can't
my
pause
God.
it, but it's gonna do nothing for me.
Our lives almost ended because my cat jumped up on the tower.
That's okay.
Don't turn it off.
We would have waited for
Turning
you.
it off. I'm gonna do it.
That's true.
I'm gonna do it.
You
She
would have
just
waited
wants
for
to
you.
sit by me.
Aww.
It's usually
God!
That's usually only for horror playthroughs.
I know.
You're talking in the mic, therefore you need emotional support.
Yeah.
I have the next like 4 games planned whenever that we could swing back around to that again.
Okay.
That's hot.
She knows that I'm talking to Travis and I'm gonna be like bullied, so
I don't think we bully. We're not bullies. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
Gaslighting's not real.
She would
definitely
think.
get bullied.
I mean, maybe the cat thinks she's being bullied when we're playing horror games.
Yeah, she is terrified.
But in reality, Nicole signed off on this, so.
I don't remember.
Because people,
my name.
Well, okay, well, not physically signed off, but you wouldn't show up if.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
You know that's true. That's fair.
Because people are always like, "Oh man, like I watch you play these indie horror games on stream, and like I haven't seen like any with like monsters or anything," and I was just like, "Because I save them."
Specifically to bully Nicole with.
Yeah, because I'm like, if you wanted to be like, if the person in chat wanted to be scared, trust me, I could do it.
I think
it's way more fun with the Nicole, though.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, for the audience, not for the Nicole.
Not for my mental well-being.
I still have faith that you're gonna become a badass.
She's just gonna become comfortably numb.
I mean, how long have we been doing this and I haven't? I just
not long enough.
Probably a year, I would say, based on how long your channel's been around.
Yeah, a year-ish.
That's true.
It's fine.
It's exciting.
It's fine. We will listen. I have some good ones. The thing is with me is I don't always pick super scary ones for Nicole.
That's true.
You need another one of those hotline ones.
You look, a lot of times they're short.
We weren't good at that.
That's true.
What are you talking about? We got the good ending.
We had
You got the
4
good
people
ending.
die.
We had 4 people die. I mean, they should have lived. You know, that's not our fault.
It's not our fault. We just gave them bad advice. It's okay.
Yeah. Exactly. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't think it's fine?
It might be.
But it's okay.
I don't believe her.
Everybody's missed the Travis Nicole playthroughs. No one's told me that specifically, but I feel it.
Flame missed it.
Nobody said it. Thanks, Flame.
No.
You can just tell that they've been really sad.
I'm so depressed.
Crying.
Well,
I'm just crying. I'm crying right now.
You know, it happens. Maybe we can record next Tuesday.
There you go. I mean, I haven't even, like, I'm always like, should I, like, in my head, I'm like, should I always pull out, like, Five Nights at Freddy's? Not for us, but just in general. And then I'm just like, do I really want to play Five Nights at Freddy's, though?
The gameplay sucks.
I feel like the videos would do well, but I feel
the
like
gameplay sucks.
I played games similar to it because you know how many copycats spawn off. Spawn off of it. And I've played other kinds, and I'm just like,
The jump scares would get me.
For sure. I think with Five Nights at Freddy's, at least, maybe you would always jump, but I feel like eventually once you get through like 8 games, you get kind of numb to the exact same jump scare.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It's more for the lore.
It's just more a chore.
For Five Nights at Freddy's, it's more for the lore, but for me, it's like I can watch a YouTube video and get the lore.
Right.
And I'm never going to play a Five Nights at Freddy's game and find all the lore, because I don't have that patience, nor do I have that skill.
Yeah, you're already having a hard time with puzzles. I don't see you unlocking freaking the sine wave of some random website.
Yeah, I'll leave that to the Markiplier. Not me. Markiplier, if you want a collab.
Oh, God.
Or Queso. Preferably Queso, because he actually streams.
Why would you be streaming with cheese?
Queso, Caseoh. He's a streamer.
Fascinating.
Yeah, pretty fast. He streams indie horror games a lot of times, which is right up my alley. Co-op game, bring it. He also averages like 40 to 50,000 viewers. So I don't think he knows I exist.
I know you exist.
Tried talking to him?
I am right now, Queso, if you're listening.
Good effort. You might need to try a little bit more.
If you're listening, Queso, I would love to play. There's a new game, Repo. You just played it with somebody else. I would love to play that game with you and or any other game.
Oh God.
It's
Here
all
we go.
Nicole's fault
I'll
somehow.
make pizza
I can feel it being my fault.
and cake,
And
And
cake.
pizza and cake, or whatever
Wow.
you like. I don't even know if he likes cake. Whatever you like, pizza and cake though. That's the starter.
I like cake.
Not everybody
That's
likes
crazy.
cake.
I tried Tres Leches cake the other day.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
It's very moist.
You know what I'm still waiting on?
What?
That Kane's picture,
I
Travis.
haven't even been to Cane's,
I was promised
The
a
line is
picture.
so fucking long every
it is.
time.
Well, like you would think it'd be easy. I just never go to the town where the Cane's is, even though it's not that far, because that's not where I go to like the store. But I'm just like, you would think that I would be good because I have a gift card that I think still has like a decent amount of money on it. It's free food.
Well, go. What are you waiting for?
You just want that picture. It's so
Yeah, I
old
do.
that it has. It's so old that it has Clark Griswold on it. Mary Clarkmas Cane's
I
gift
love
card.
that.
Is
And it's
spectacular.
and it's
Do
not
you
from
see
this.
how long?
It is not from this past Christmas either.
Oh.
Oh
wow.
god.
There's no
I was gonna say, I've
expiration
been-
date on it though.
I've been
That's
waiting
good.
for this picture for months, Travis, and it's not gonna go away. I will
Which is
keep bringing
shocking
it
me.
up.
I think it was funny because there was the one day not long after my diet where I reached my target weight. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Cane's, and then it snowed that day, and then I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna go in a snowstorm, and then after that, I just haven't even thought
You
about it.
haven't gone, and I'm so mad.
You hear the
like, what?
disappointment in her voice, Travis.
Yes, so
sorry.
much disappointment.
I'll go. I mean, actually, it's warming up now. I mean, there's not gonna be any more. It was like 70 last week.
Dude,
Yep.
it was 68 today, I think.
It was like
say it was in the 70s here.
It was like 70s, and then it was like 2 days later, it was like 42. I was like, okay,
Yeah, rude.
welcome to Ohio.
Mother Nature
Welcome to
is
Ohio.
pissed.
I'm pissed too.
We
Me
had so like 2 hours north was like thunderstorms, and then where I was it was just like super windy but like nice weather, and then like 30 minutes south it was like hail. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Oh,
What is
hell
going
no.
on? And then like even further south in like Alabama they were getting tornadoes and stuff like that. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah, wherever the fuck it was.
Arkansas.
I mean, it could have been both, but I think Arkansas was getting tornadoes.
Yes.
And one of them. I don't know.
A name. It was an A
An
name.
A name,
Aren't they right
and
next
yeah.
to each other anyway?
I only know like a handful of states.
I want
to
to
be
say
perfectly
yes.
frank with you.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not hip. I know where
my
Florida
geography's
is.
bad.
I know where
Yeah,
Florida
I
is. I
know.
know Georgia is north of Florida. That's where it ends.
Fun fact. I'm going to Florida next month.
Really?
Let's fucking go. She's going to
Uh-huh.
Disneyland
You're going
without
to
us,
Disney.
No,
Travis.
son of a
I'm
bitch.
not.
She's
Son of a
going
bitch.
without us.
Podcast
That
over.
bitch. She made her
I'm-
millions without us,
I'm
and
not.
then didn't
well,
tell us.
Yeah.
Listen. No, it won't be millions.
So sad.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that student loan payoff check to be sent, Nicole.
Yeah, right? Wait, I don't have student loans. What's the other thing that we were promised by the government? That new thing that they promised us that could kick in.
You were
That
paying,
would be enough to go.
you were paying off my student loans.
Yeah, you're the millionaire.
You're welcome. Oh no, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Where am I gonna get the millions?
I don't know. You made the millions. We've established that. That's why you're going to Florida.
Oh no. I'm going for a bachelorette party, so
That's not Disneyland at all.
I know. Well, you know what? If I ever get married, that might be a great place to go for my bachelorette party. Not even gonna lie.
There you go.
Don't
Make sure
tempt
you
me
marry
with
a
a good
millionaire
time.
and take us with you.
Okay.
Make sure you get Mickey Mouse ice cream. I want Mickey Mouse ice cream.
Well, that's on our bucket list. I do want you guys to know that I have 2 other friends that want to go to Disney World with me. So
I mean, they could come
At the-
too, but they're gonna have to sit in the back.
I was gonna say, I mean, like at this point, it's just a race as to who does it first.
Well, I'm working
So-
hard over here. You know, my success boils down to the public. You know,
You were doing a great job, a fantastic job, just pulling the weight of all three of us. I'm just throwing
Yeah,
that out
we
there.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Except I don't know. Other people appreciate me because ever since I added the webcam, I feel like I'm having to figure out the algorithm because it's almost like the algorithm was used to non-face cam Travis. Because like my views have been kind of lower than when I didn't have a webcam, but maybe it'll jump up over time.
Yeah, I think it
I
takes
bet
time.
it will.
Yeah. It depends on the game. The thing is, I also had bangers. Like I hadn't played any of the Poppy Playtime games or Garden of Banban, and those did a lot of good numbers when I played
Yeah,
all
you
those.
just gotta wait for a game that comes out that's that level.
Yeah, well, I mean, FNAF is one of those, but it's just like,
No. That's a jump the shark kind of thing.
I couldn't even. I could drag Nicole through all of them, but I'm like, I don't even want to drag her through all of them.
Please
You'd get
don't.
tired of playing it too, though.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, if we spread them out.
I just got clawed. Ow.
Oh no! Somebody save Nicole.
My emotional
dying.
support cat isn't supporting me. She's being an ass.
She is supporting you with violence.
She's on your guys' side.
Yep.
What? I don't think we're violent. Are we violent, Travis?
Depends what game I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know, that's fair. That's fair. Me too.
Very, very violent.
Yeah. Nicole's just mad at me because every time she gets jump scared, I have no reaction.
Hashtag disappointed.
Hey, games have gotten me before. I just don't get got by the I see it coming jump scare.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that I'm a chicken, okay?
It usually, for me, if it's in my face, I usually don't get scared. The ones that usually I don't get scared anyway, but the ones that usually get me are the ones where they're like, they come from around the corner. More so than the ones that are like right in your face. Because when I'm walking down a hallway, I expect something to come at me, even if it doesn't happen.
Right.
If it's coming from the left or the right, I don't necessarily expect that unless they kind of gave it away early.
I wasn't ready for Mr. X to come through the wall.
Well, Mixture S, you're thinking Daddy.
Oh, yeah, Daddy.
From Resident Evil 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Nicole
find
got scared by a chair.
That's true. That was Resident Evil 2. Or was it 7? I can't
I'm
remember.
think it was
sorry. It just popped out of nowhere.
I have to find where Daddy.
It's not my fault.
It's gonna take me. It's gonna take me to the end of this podcast probably to find the when Daddy comes through the wall. So.
Great.
So you get on that.
Not worth it.
I saw Twitch was deleting a bunch of VODs or something. Like they were gonna.
Yes, there's like 100-hour cap or whatever. I'm like, well, that gets rid of like all my playthroughs. So I'm like, instead, I'm just gonna get rid of all my playthroughs and leave the actual like longer like actual clips.
That's
so
fair.
I did that. The only one I left that was a full playthrough is The Quiet Man. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Was The Quiet Man, because The Quiet Man must live in infamy and it's not gonna get deleted by Twitch.
That's a sin that everyone needs to know happens.
Everything else was just longer clips, like my 45-minute rant on Battlefield 2042. And all day.
And all day. Right?
Tired?
I told you I needed a nap.
It's too late.
You guys didn't believe me.
I
said-
think we did.
Who
Believe
said
you?
we didn't believe you?
Yeah, like neither one of us claimed doubt.
I mean, the fact that you didn't let me take a nap.
Well, listen, all you had to do was go, we can't record the podcast today. I'm going to take a nap. And be like, all right, I'll keep streaming.
Oh, well. I mean, that's
too late
How many
now.
times do I put
It's
up a
too late
fuss
now.
when you're busy on or
Never.
tired or whatever? I'm just like, all right. Because usually I'm
Okay,
streaming.
bye.
So when you say that, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm streaming later then.
Listen, I've never canceled a recording night because I was tired, I don't think.
True. You have because you were sick.
Yeah.
That's different, though. No one's entertained by sick people.
Yeah, and
Except
when I can't have
monsters.
my, like, energy up enough to record, I feel like it's not gonna make for a good video, and I don't want to waste your time.
Ugh.
And, like, the game as well, like, if I'm not gonna have good reactions to stuff, like, I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because that's not fun for anybody. That's not entertaining. If I'm just sitting here, like, dying.
I mean, some people are sick
I mean,
people.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, but
I
those
guess
aren't.
that could
But
be.
most YouTube viewers would be looking for that. That's not like That's not going to happen organically where someone sees the thumbnail and went,
But
oh, sick person's on this video. My fetish.
I also don't want like the viewers to be like, "Wow, Nicole's just not in it. What's going
She
on?"
is
You know.
so bored. Why are
Uh-huh.
you so bored?
I'll just make your picture on the thumbnail, make it look like you're sick. Maybe put a little blanket on you.
They would know. Thanks. I mean, I could just have a blanket on me when we're
There you go.
recording.
You'd be like, "Hey, can you send me a screenshot of you with a blanket on around your shoulders?"
I could even have a teddy bear too. Like, let's just,
Let's just go all out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't because I feel like that wouldn't be entertaining to the people.
What do the people know?
Like
Things. Several things.
right now, my allergies are killing me, and I hate it. We got all this
Dying.
wind and pollen and dust, and I'm just like, okay. The allergy pills that I take are doing nothing.
Oh, sad face.
Useless to me.
Just hit him. Just
Myself?
no, the pills.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
I'm sure that'll fix the problem.
I don't think
Bitch,
it
you
will.
better work.
You better work.
You better work.
Yeah. Yep, that would be me. If you want, Travis, I can do that for the next video.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, that's cool.
Now everyone who watches the podcast will expect to see Nicole in a blankie.
Wrapped in a blankie with my teddy bear.
Well, I mean, there'd be people that'd be into that.
They might be.
Ooh, teddy bear! I found it. I was looking for it, and
Good job.
It didn't take you the rest of the podcast.
It didn't.
You liar.
It didn't. Well, because it was towards the beginning. And then pardon me for the terrible old mic.
Oh
God.
no.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
The on the headset mic. Oh, I hate it.
Don't look
Oh,
at me.
so much pain. I'm using an on the headset mic right now, actually.
Yeah, but this was
it
like
brings me pain.
Old on the headset mic. Yours sounds better than mine did.
Yeah, this thing's $25.
Yeah, well, that thing was probably worth like 25 cents now.
I broke 2 of the Turtle Bays in a row, and I'm just like, no. Or Turtle Beaches, and I'm like, no, I just can't.
It bought the earbuds. I was tired of the headphone dent, and I love these earbuds, so.
Yeah, that's why I got these, because they just don't weigh anything. And normally I have my good mic on my desk, but obviously I am not home. Soon though. The floors are all in, the walls are all painted. Now the toilet just has to go back in, and then they gotta hook up the vanity, and then they're done. And that's tomorrow. So hopefully I can go home tomorrow and stay there.
Woohoo! Forever.
Well, yeah, that was the whole point of buying a house.
You were
you actually wanted to live there?
Yeah. I've been out of the house for over 2 months now.
Living in a house is overrated.
I wouldn't know.
It's where my PC is and my cat is. So.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
The downside is I feel like professionally I've progressed as far as my talents go, but personal life stuff, it feels like everything just kind of froze.
Yeah, well,
it's been very inconvenient.
It'll recover once you get back to normal.
Oh yeah, I just gotta not go super hard in the paint and hurt myself, or
go
not
hard
hurt myself,
in the paint,
burn myself out.
Oh,
how dare you!
The audacity.
Work-life
balance, not in this economy.
Well, nobody else cares about your work-life balance, so I took that back for myself.
Proud of you.
And hopefully it stays that way. But hopefully YouTube and Twitch. You know, at some point you gotta make ends meet. You know what I mean?
What? Who does that? Who pays bills?
Who pays bills?
Ludicrous.
Well, I still do, but
who does that?
The bills part of it allows me to not be able to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
Comfortably, anyway. Did you watch that video?
You could go places uncomfortably.
Nobody can watch the video, but did you guys watch the video? Well, anybody can go watch that video. Sorry about the mic in advance if you go watch my Resident Evil 7 playthrough.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
No, I don't want to get scared by a chair again.
It's not a chair. Click the link. It takes you right where you need to be, I think.
It's worse.
No, it's not. But I had a reaction if you want to see me getting caught off guard by something. Even though my mic sucks and I hate it and I wanna delete the entire playthrough because of it, but I know I shouldn't.
Yep, there it is. Saw it right with you.
Yeah, that was because that was the most off guard of a jump scare because it's one of those where like they didn't telegraph it.
I should have muted it. That probably would have helped.
Well, you needed to hear my reaction, you know.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have been able to see or hear your reaction if.
Yeah, you need to hear my reaction. I don't know what my reaction would have been, like physically, because how old is that video? Old.
I don't know.
8 years old.
Funny.
That game's old.
Damn.
It's still one of my favorite horror games of all time.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah, I love Resident. It's like one of the greatest beginnings of like a horror game I've ever played. Like, I'm like fairly certain that the beginning of that game feels like a game that Nicole would be like, yeah, I can't do this.
I can't do this. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
All the slugs in the pot.
Well, the girl, yeah. The creep, the house being creepy is one thing, but like the girl, like crawling up the stairs, making like that grudge sound.
Oh yeah, that was terrifying.
And then obviously Daddy.
Oh no.
His name's Daddy, by the way. I'm not being weird. I mean, that's not his real name. That's not like his given name. That's just what they called him. I can't remember.
That's where Miracle Goop came from. And I developed my advertiser voice.
You did. I just
nostalgic.
I just Googled Daddy. I'm like, I'd better put in Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, probably.
Probably important.
You gotta be real careful what you Google.
Jack Baker. That's his name. But he'll forever be Daddy.
Daddy. Well, you say it like that, it's weird.
Well, you know what's weird? Mama
what?
in that game. That's weird.
Yeah, she's
Marguerite.
Creepy.
Let me tell you something about her. Vagina
This
beehive.
Bitch. Gross.
Oh.
Beehive vagina. I had it backwards.
That's not where bees go.
That's not where bees go.
That's not anything you want to see.
She shoots bugs out of there.
Damn.
That raises so many questions.
I was on the
that
Resident
I don't want
Evil
answers
wiki.
to.
I just look at Margarita. It's just like status deceased. Okay. I took her out.
Good job.
Proud of you.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I don't think she was actually a bad person. She was like mutated. So her mutation made her a bad person, but still.
Excuses. Rise above it.
It's all that damn what's her name's fault. Fucking Evelyn. Fuck that.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. I remember she popped up in Village and I was like, this motherfucker.
Shoot her in the head.
Evelyn? I don't know what was more creepy. Resident Evil 7 beginning or Village with the baby.
The baby was just so much.
Anything with the baby, probably.
But I think overall, the baby's the shock value, though. I think the family is scarier.
Bro, a gigantic baby comes after you and out of the darkness.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you take the overall, like, the sum of the two pieces.
Yeah.
I think that 7 is scarier.
Well, no. I'm not saying
the baby is fucking terrifying.
I'm not saying 7 or Village. 7 is one of the scarier games I've ever played.
Yeah.
I meant the beginning of 7 or just the baby scene in Village. Not the overall.
I still got to go to the beginning of 7, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But it's close.
They're close, but
close. They should have just spent the entirety of Village in that house.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't.
Bro, it was a dollhouse.
It was creepy, but I don't know that you could do that for 20 hours.
You can if you built the game around it.
You know what? You're right.
Resident Evil 7, you're in the same house. They just built it out like it was fucking Saw. It's a fucking trap house. Yeah.
Fun times.
Fun times. Just be happy, Nicole. We didn't do that kind of series then. You know, for you to have to play, be like, oh, sit down, Nicole. It's time for Resident Evil.
I am happy.
Actually, I probably wouldn't play. I probably wouldn't do that just because we only record once a week. I wouldn't want to wait a week to keep playing Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Also, were we friends 8 years ago?
Yes.
Probably.
We were?
You got scared by the chair
That was
in
Resident
this
Evil.
very game.
Was that before? It was that game?
I think it was 7. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, there's so many of them. How do I know?
I know you were in Resident Evil 2, the remake.
That doesn't feel right. That timeline.
That
8
was
years ago?
that was the game you got scared by the chair. In Resident Evil 2 2019, I know you were in a call because you were making fun of. I have a clip somewhere. Because you were making fun of me running away from Mr. X or that guy that was clomping around.
Okay.
So,
Well, you know what? My timeline is a bit skewed because I'm like, how long have I lived where I'm at now?
yeah. And that makes sense because
Because-
that wasn't the same game you got scared by the chair. So, yeah, I think Resident Evil 7 you got scared by the chair.
Okay. Well, the math is mathing now. I just don't want to believe that it's been 8 years.
8 years. Well, I've been
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
streaming for almost 10 years.
Yeah, same with YouTube. We've been doing it almost for 10 years.
Yeah, almost 10 years, and I've known of you, Nicole, for longer than that.
I think I
Yeah.
actually am at 10 years for YouTube.
I was gonna say the math is mathing. Like I said, it is now. I was just like, wait a minute.
I have somebody
Fuck
that
this
commented.
passage of time bullshit.
I had somebody
Feel
that
ripped
commented
off.
on my YouTube that was like, "Oh, such a you've been on here for 9. You only have." They weren't being mean. They were just like they were like, "Oh, you should have way more subs," kind of thing. And it's like, well, I didn't upload YouTube. I didn't upload videos for a very long time. Like, I had the
or
channel.
consistently.
Yeah, I had the channel, but it's like it was like, oh, okay, I'm into this YouTube thing now. And then I'd upload I'd take a series for like a month, and I wouldn't do anything for like 2 years. Now,
kind of like me.
yeah, but
I
now
really need to finish my playthrough that I currently have on YouTube.
Yep.
Shh. Hard.
It's hard sometimes to sit down and edit, let me tell you.
I'm not gonna lie, because you were like, oh, I can go back to editing, and I was like, well, that's good because I was very close to editing Silent Hill myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
I was close. I was like, because that's one of my it wasn't your fault because obviously I've been going through stuff, but you know how one of my pet peeves is unfinished playthroughs.
Oh no, I feel you. I get it.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
It
wasn't your fault.
This time is completely out of my control.
It wasn't your
This isn't
fault.
a mental health out or something.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault. It was just my mentality because I was like, that's why I kind of laid Silent Hill to the side because I was like, you'll be back at some point. Because for me, like Alan Wake, I just wanted to get out because I played it like 4 months before, and I'm like, I can just edit that. It's only 3 hours. You can watch it if you wanted to catch up on the lore, I guess.
Yeah, I need to. Like I said, I haven't been doing any of the normal stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Beyond Handwell, I just decided to do it because it seemed like we were pushing off recordings, and I was like, well, you're going through it, so I should record, so then I feel like we can record other things.
Yeah. On the plus side, I've gotten a lot of time to draw, so I've gotten a lot faster at that, at least.
There you go.
It doesn't take me 2 weeks to make one character now.
Takes you 2 seconds.
None. It takes like 2 days, like a whole weekend to make a character. But
15 seconds.
no.
30 seconds.
I wish I was that good. Could you imagine drawing quickly?
Snap your
That's crazy.
fingers, and it just appears.
Mm-mm.
If you did that, I'd be like, can you snap your finger for some money?
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah, if I can, if I can materialize drawings out of thin air, yeah, hopefully I can do money too.
Yeah, monies. That'd be great.
I feel like that would be probably not a good superpower to have.
What? Snap your fingers and you get money? Why would that not be a good superpower?
I feel like it could go wrong so quickly. You're getting kidnapped.
I mean,
I
have
feel like I snap my fingers a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, listen. We try to save you, but as long as we have a lot of money before someone kidnaps you, we'll figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Well, but it's like you can't like offer them money because I'm like the person snapping their fingers would be making the money, so it's like, yeah, we're not giving this
Yeah.
person up for anything.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
see,
not giving up the golden goose. It's too late.
what you
No.
do is you do it privately. You don't make it a public affair.
Hey, like
Oh,
lock
that you
yourself
can
in the
make money?
closet.
Yeah. You
Well-
don't want other people to know. Then you're being harassed.
Well, yeah, but that's I mean, I guess if that was like an actual thing that would happen, I would like check myself and never snap my fingers again. But like I said, I just sit like at work and I'll just sit there like snap my fingers walking down the hallway.
Be wearing gloves all the time so you can't snap.
Yeah.
Maybe you can control it. Maybe you have to think about money.
Or like it just gets direct deposited into your account.
There you go.
That's the problem. Because
Direct
someone's
deposit
gonna
snap.
see that and be like, "What?
No, that's not. Nah.
Where's this person getting this money?
So, but
This
like,
looks
what
like
if
money laundering to me."
what if you didn't get like a huge amount of money every time you snapped your fingers?
Right, but then where's it coming from to
I
get
don't know.
into the bank? You know what I mean?
Magic?
That's the problem.
How
The
about-
government
okay,
doesn't like to
fine.
see
But-
magic
You
numbers.
snap
I
your
mean-
fingers and you get the winning lottery numbers.
Ah.
No, half that gets taken away.
Yeah, but they'll know where it came from, and you
I
wait.
want
till
to keep all this money.
And you don't. You know, maybe you do it at first just so you can pay off your bills, but outside that, you don't do it again until it's like $1 billion.
I think there's a limit to like how many
Yeah.
times you can win the lottery, though.
I think
Okay, well then you
so.
wait till it's $1 billion. I made it this far. I can wait till it's $1 billion.
Hey, right.
I feel like that's
It's
actually
happened.
kind of fucked. Like, why is there a limit to winning the lottery? Did they think like that it's rigged? What if it's legitimately not?
Exactly.
People will still perceive it as rigged if you win 5 times.
Sorry, I'm a good guesser. I don't.
Well, see, I would win initially, and then I would only win it when it was really big, and then I would stop. Because once I win, even if you take half of it, when it's like over $1 billion, I'm still have enough that I can live the rest of my life.
Right? Yeah.
That's true.
I don't need to
Speaking
win
of-
it 5 times. That's greed.
Of guessing things, I entered a March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't watch. I don't do any of that. I was just clicking buttons.
I used to be really good at that, but I haven't watched college basketball in a long time. So I don't even fill one out usually anymore.
My work was making a bracket, so like if you win, you get a certain amount of money, and I was like, you know what? Why not?
I
I
could
like
guess.
free money.
I used to be really good. Like I would even know like enough that I would get upsets right a lot. That was back when I was in high school.
Half the teams I was like, I don't even know who these fucking teams are. Like what? And so
Norfolk
that made it
State.
a little bit harder. Huh?
The only team I know that was in it that maybe somebody wouldn't know is Norfolk State.
I don't know. It was a lot of like letters, and I was like, shh, I don't know those people.
And I know
so, here we
Norfolk.
go.
And I know Norfolk State because they were one of my upset teams one year and they won. And I was like, that's right.
Nice.
Well, we'll see how I do. I probably won't do very good, but
You never know with that first time luck, you know.
that's very true. When I did the League of Legends like bracket thingy, I won it. So
But you understand League of Legends.
I did at the time. Yeah, I was watching the professionals and stuff. So
You're such a professional
Imagine
yourself.
understanding League.
Couldn't be me.
That's just crazy.
I played a horror game
Can't relate.
yesterday where it was one of those like Fears to Fathom. We played the one where we got text messages. Remember the one where we went to that winter house and that owner wasn't actually the Airbnb guy? It was
Yes.
like some creeper. It's similar to that, and I got this text message of a guy inviting us to play League of Legends. And
That's
and I thought of
amazing.
you. It said LOL, probably nobody would actually get sued, but to avoid the lawsuit, it
Yeah,
said LOL. But I was like, oh, League of Legends.
I love that.
Yeah.
Laughing out loud.
That game was pretty good. Although I love any Fears to Fathom style of game. I talk about that all the time. At first I was like, oh, this is just a copycat. Now I'm like, bring more. Let's
More.
go. Because some of them are actually quality. Just because it's taking inspiration doesn't mean it's got to be bad.
Oh, for sure. Some of the best works are derivative.
Yeah, I always say that all the time. Remember how many times I've heard the Last of Us clicker sound in other games? Like,
How many times have you seen Martha's Dolls?
Yeah, and that was probably before. I mean, I'm sure they've been used plenty before that, but we just call them Martha's dolls because that was the original one. Plus, that guy was annoying. So
He really wanted to help you solve the puzzles because there was no way in hell you were solving those puzzles.
Yeah. No way, none.
There was no fucking way.
There didn't even make sense. Half the puzzles weren't even in the same room or
Is
building.
that the one with the bus
Yeah.
and the wheel? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, how am I supposed to know that?
How? You're supposed to go into every single thing. Duh.
It wouldn't have made a difference. There's no way. Let's just be frank. Sitting here, the three of us.
Who's Frank?
There was no way in hell
Yeah.
that Travis was going to solve those puzzles.
I'm so bad at puzzles. Resident Evil puzzles I struggle with because you've seen it, you've edited it, but I still struggle with them, but I eventually figure it out. But like when you have the answers to puzzles coming from different rooms and you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the game to pick something up that you need,
it's a lot.
And it's like, bro, this is not.
No, there was no way. Like I think one of the puzzles I couldn't even figure out.
Yeah.
Damn.
They've released more games since then too.
Really? Well, that's good. Hopefully, he figured out how to make the fucking doors work.
I played a demo.
Was it good?
No.
Oh no.
I think the full game's out. I didn't play the full game. I played the demo.
I've seen enough.
It's over. It's all over. Something like that. There's this game called Unknown Tapes. It's a horror game where you get chased by dinosaurs.
That sounds either amazing or terrible.
It has mostly positive reviews on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It came out December 4th, 2024. I didn't even know about it. Granted, December was kind of a blur because I think that's when a lot of stuff was on hold for different reasons.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, more so than just the holidays. I think we had a lot of stuff. Going on. Yeah, I don't know.
That was fun. I got to take a 2-week vacation. That was fun.
Oh, there you go.
Hung out with Dad, and then 2 weeks later, the bathroom exploded.
Oh,
damn.
That'll happen. But in this game, you are the prey.
You're not the dinosaur?
Unknown Tapes is a horror video game that employs the found footage technique to narrate a story focused on survival in a modern setting overrun by dinosaurs. It aims for realism and draws inspiration from Dino Crisis and Outlast.
Time out. You said dinosaurs and then you said realism. I'm lost. I don't understand.
I think they meant graphically.
Oh. So like any other Unreal game?
Yeah, I just think, a lot of horror games, people love the realism. Although, a lot of the games I play are like the PS1 styles. I think a lot of people like that too.
I like those a lot, actually.
PS1 styles, a lot of them. Well, in theory, they're less scary.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
How dare you?
She didn't like any horror games, actually.
Yeah, I don't care what it looks like. I don't like it.
I don't like it. What about Fart Killer?
No. Are you? No.
Poop Killer?
No.
You missed the new Poop Killer. It came out last week. It was incredible.
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
Was it actually incredible, Travis?
Yeah, I loved
it. The one that I saw, I was like, no, never again.
They're not really horror games. They're like they're technically are, but they're more like comedy spoof games.
That's fair.
They're not
based off the name, I kind of assume.
They're not meant to be taken serious, but they're made by a developer I really like. 616 Games.
Let's go.
Hire me to voice act.
Please.
Oh man.
I'm just imagine voice acting in this economy.
Hire me to voice act. Queso collab. Come on.
Travis is shooting for the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the voice acting would happen long before the collab.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not unless I become friends with somebody who's in the know.
I don't know anything.
Because
you actually have to try harder to contact that person.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be annoying. We actually, based on what we actually have a lot in common on stuff, but like, he's not gonna know that.
But if you haven't messaged him, then you're not being annoying.
Well, I don't want to be annoying.
You see, you have to grow to his size to get the collab, I think. is how that works.
Yeah, or I meet him at the local. I am like, oh man, look, he's at Costco. You know.
You would have to live where you live.
True.
Imagine making friends.
I'd have to go to his Costco and hope he's there.
That's called stalking. That's illegal.
No. It's not stalking because I wouldn't know he's there. I said I and hope he's there. I could go.
He would happen upon.
Yeah,
his
he would happen to
Costco.
be there. I could be like, if he's not there, be like, all right, I'm gonna get the white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna throw this out there, and obviously I don't know this person or their personal life at all, but I feel like he probably doesn't go to Costco. He probably has all that shit like delivered.
I
meeting him.
I think he said
wild,
he pays somebody to go pick up his groceries.
Yeah. Once I get to a certain level of richness, there's going to be a person paid to clean the house.
Yeah.
And there'll be another one paid to
and that's
get groceries.
It's not, and that's not even just because you're rich. It's more to do with the fact that if you don't, people just run up to you all the time and want pictures, and it's just like at first it's probably like, oh, this was awesome, but eventually you're like, can you stop running up to me and asking for pictures? I want to interact
with other human beings.
I just want to eat these Hot Pockets. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to get the Hot Pockets, then I'll be on my way.
That's all I want.
So. I'm just, I feel like you meeting him in the wild is not going to happen.
Oh, I know.
It was, I was at a meet and greet.
Yeah, I was kidding. Obviously.
Well, I'm just saying.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to the Arkansas Costco.
I mean, I wouldn't go there anyways.
Well, it got hit by a tornado, so I probably wouldn't go there either.
The Costco?
I don't know. I'm being facetious to try and wind us back to earlier.
I'm assuming the tornado's gone by now.
Yeah, with that attitude.
Yeah. Well, so is Costco, so.
Fine.
You're
right.
I know.
Oh, now you think you're so cool.
I am.
No, but I reach high with my goals. I'll probably never reach them, but like a collab with a big streamer that I really like would be like the top of the list thing of like goals that'll never happen. But it's nice to have goals.
Yeah, with that attitude, you gotta strive. It's gonna happen. You're going to manifest it and make it a thing.
Well, I just I meet somebody that I know that knows them, and then we're just like, hey, you want then we'll go out to get a bite to eat, and then we're friends. No?
I mean, good luck.
Yeah. I do not have high hopes.
No. You better start networking and collabing and shit, I guess.
Sliding into them DMs.
Here's my problem with collabing, not what we just talked about, but in general right now, is most people that I know don't really like horror games. So if it's when it's like a co-op horror game, it's like I don't have those people that I can lean on that are like that we can have a good time, like you guys, but you guys are just scared the whole time. So the moment something scary happens, Nicole's just standing in the corner, like she's done.
Yeah, you're not leaning on me for anything.
Yeah,
so I will drop your ass.
I would love to have some people I can play some co-op games with that like horror games as much as I do, so then we can actually accomplish something in the game.
I never said I don't like horror games.
It's not your preference.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think Repo's the new one. That looks really good. I don't know how new it is.
Play that alone.
But no, because when it's co-op, I immediately have less fun if I know it's co-op and I'm playing it by myself.
We tried scary games, all three of us, and that didn't work.
It was a blast, and it was one of our best YouTube videos.
It's pretty funny. Repo came out February 26th, and it's overwhelmingly positive.
I feel like we didn't do good.
It's not about doing good. It was funny. For me, it's not about
being entertaining and funny.
Yeah, it's about like that's like sometimes even if you don't end up like winning or doing like really really well, as long as the content's entertaining, that's what matters. Because I don't think games like that are meant to be like necessarily like beaten. Like I mean, I don't know if there was an end to content warning, but
who knows? I would have to YouTube it, but like it died off pretty quick. Apparently,
we haven't gone back to those games though. I said we haven't gone back to those games though. Like,
True, but when we're never all
It's more
three.
an us problem, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't
the
think
game.
that's it.
I don't think it's the game's problem.
I think it's us and scary games.
No, well, it's not me in scary games.
Well,
It's
shut up.
100% Travis in scary games.
Literally.
This is somehow Travis's fault.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, anybody out there listening to this who loves horror games, they also stream. Let me know. And
I'm just kidding. Do it.
we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? And if
Do it.
if somehow Queso's listening to this, which no fucking way, but if he
There ain't no
did,
fucking way.
if you were listening to this, I'm down for a collab. That's all I'm saying.
Do it.
He shot his shot.
I shot my shot.
Good
Granted,
job.
who he
Proud of
played
you.
Repo with was a person with 40K views and somebody else with like 10,000. So I am reaching high here.
I mean,
Amateur numbers. You got this.
Oh, yeah. Me with my 5.
You got this.
you never know. You never know.
You never know.
That would be
What if-
so much noise in chat. That would just be chaos.
I love it.
What if he just randomly was just scrolling through YouTube and was like, you know what? This guy. Right
I'm going to
here,
listen to the
yep.
awkward and doing it wrong podcast because he'd have to do that.
Well, maybe. I was just
Well,
thinking
we're
of your channel in
semi-indie
general.
indie horror themed indie things themed podcast.
Like, what if he was looking up playthroughs and one of yours popped up and he's like, you know what? Yes.
I doubt he is.
You never.
I like your
know.
positive energy, Nicole.
Yeah, I
It
appreciate
could happen.
Yeah, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I doubt it.
Okay. Let's see if I try to help you again. I'm just throwing that out there.
Wow. Attitude.
That's what you get. Comes for free.
Ooh.
You're
Free
welcome.
attitude. I love that.
We love the free attitude.
Do we though?
Yep.
I mean, sure.
Always.
It comes with a cost.
But yeah, I only bring up Queso because he's like the only big streamer I watch. Because I find him hilarious, and I kind of watch his streams like a YouTube video. I think I maybe have like 5 messages in his chat.
I think sometimes when you get the bigger chats like that, where it's just pure chaos, it's just better to watch it like a YouTube video.
You watch it like a YouTube video, and like I said, I find them hilarious, and it's like if I'm gonna watch a bigger channel, it's gonna be somebody that I find more relatable than like just somebody just sitting there screaming at their camera, which he also yells, but at least his content's entertaining. So
remember when that used to be like the standard form of entertainment?
what, screaming?
Yeah.
To me, like, you can be really entertaining and funny while screaming, but there has to be context to it. If you're just screaming to scream, it's nothing. But if you're screaming because something happened in the game or somebody said something in the chat that set you off, that's different, I feel like.
Yeah, probably.
But just yelling all the time.
I'm just cringing. I'm just cringing at my old videos, just thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, like when I yelled more, I was usually yelling at the game. I just used to have more energy.
That's fair.
And a better setup. Not computer-wise, but just in general, better setup.
Yeah.
I used to be able to pretty much yell as loud as I wanted. It didn't matter. Now it's kind of like I can't, so I've taken the chill vibes. But who knows? It could come back one day.
It'd come back.
Just be a 60-year-old.
Something could happen.
I'll just be a 60-year-old like it's back to yelling mode. I'm going to yell. These damn whippersnappers.
I'm going back to my roots.
These damn whippersnappers. I'm playing Repo 3. Or whatever. But yeah. Even like I bought like Outlast Trials, which is a co-op Outlast game, and I still haven't played it.
That one I've watched people play. It doesn't look scary. It looks annoying. But I think once you unlock enough perks, it's probably not too bad.
I'm down for annoying, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not playing that game by myself when it's co-op.
Yeah, I don't even think you can really win solo on that game.
Yeah, I've always been like that though. If a game's co-op, I'm not playing it, especially a horror game. I'm not playing it by myself.
Yeah,
the only way I am
is
meant
for 2 people.
Yeah. If I didn't know it was co-op, I've probably played a couple that I found out was co-op later, but I didn't know at the time. But if I know going in, I'm just like, I don't want to play it by myself. It looks like I have no friends.
All by myself.
Well.
Hey,
Oh.
you know what? You keep it up. I'm gonna make us play that game for you, where that new game I found out that's not out yet, but it sees you through the webcam,
Oh God.
and to hide from the monster, you have to duck behind the desk.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna set
That
it
actually
to,
sounds amazing.
and I'm gonna set it
Do
to
it.
Nicole's webcam.
Wait. No. No.
Keep it up.
That's not a real thing. What?
I could find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, no. Travis,
But-
I wouldn't be safe.
But the thing
Nicole
is,
is not safe.
I feel like with that one, I feel like it would, because it doesn't feel like I would need two cameras, because if I want OBS is using the camera, but then the game's going to want to use the camera.
Yeah,
But
they
you
can both use the camera, and you might get some lag though.
But I don't think they can both use the camera. I've never been able to get two programs to use the camera at the same time.
Huh.
It always
Interesting.
blacks one out.
Well, the problem is Nicole would have to, quote unquote, play the game at that point.
Right.
Yeah, no, she would have to duck. That'd be hilarious for me.
You would be having a ball.
Yeah,
Sure.
because my webcam would still be on the screen, and I'd be
No,
laughing and laughing.
I wouldn't be moving anywhere. I don't know. We'd die.
Well, I mean, that's your fault. Listen, I got nothing but time. We could be there all night. You better duck.
Oh,
No,
God.
we can't.
You better
I work on Wednesdays.
You better duck under that desk then.
Okay.
I would think. I don't even know how I would even set that up, but
That's not happening.
you better duck under
Yeah,
that
with that
desk.
attitude.
Eyes are
We'd
turning.
be dead. 2 seconds in.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know when. I think it takes a facial scan of you. That's how it knows where you are. So then it actually it takes like a facial scan of you in game, and then it knows what you look like, and then you have to duck behind the desk to actually hide from it.
That sounds either awful or terrific.
I mean, if you want to play it, we can play it.
Well, the current release date is coming soon. So
Okay. Oh, good.
and coming soon could be between now and 2028.
Oh, and a lot can happen.
Like
between
Garden
now
of
and then.
Band 5. Or whatever the one was, the prequel.
Yeah, that's been coming soon for like the existence of the entire franchise. Band
I don't think it's coming.
I don't think so. We got Band 0 though. That game wasn't that good. I beat it though.
Good job.
Queso quit because he's like, I'm not playing Puzzle Simulator anymore. I mean, that's fair. See, that's what I'm saying. We have stuff in common because he hates. I mean, I don't hate puzzles, but like, I'm not good at them.
That's fair.
So it's like I can't figure out this puzzle. It gives me headaches.
Ugh.
Just makes me want to.
0 out of 10 stars.
Makes me want to eat an entire bag of chips because it frustrates me that much.
That sounds tasty right now, actually.
Yeah, Cool Ranch. Well, not Cool Ranch. The purple bag, the sweet chili Doritos.
That actually does sound really good right now.
Boy,
Actually.
okay.
I think all I have is tortilla chips.
Now I'm gonna have to go grab a snack and the podcast.
Okay. Well, good news, everybody. We've somehow made it to 9 o'clock. So, with that being said, thanks for coming out today. If you haven't already, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel and you somehow watched this long, you should definitely subscribe.
Definitely.
And
Hi,
if you're
Marquise.
Queso, you should hit up Travis.
You should. And hi, Marquise.
Yeah.
Marquise, if you know Queso, which you do, hit him up. Let him know about me.
Okay, and we'll see you next month. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.